So today I'm going to talk about something that I think is very important and that should be talked about. I feel like is not talked about very often. That is postpartum depression. I personally haven't heard a lot of people talk about that, and when you hear about it before pregnancy or while you're pregnant, you think, oh, that won't happen to me. Well, it happened to me. So I'm going to start off this video with a little disclosure saying I am not recommending anything that I'm doing or anything that I've tried. Try anything that I've done and anything that I'm doing at your own discretion. I do believe what you first should do is go to your doctor if you feel like you're having symptoms of postpartum depression. So first thing I did when I realized I'm suffering from postpartum depression, it was about 3 months after I'd given birth, and I went straight to my doctor. I did a walk-in. I saw my doctor right away because I did not want this to go any further. So I went in and we talked about different things that we could do. He recommended an antidepressant pill, and I was game for it just because I wanted to feel better. I didn't want to be depressed. I didn't want to be having negative thoughts. But then I heard I should supplement, I shouldn't breastfeed. I'm like, what is this pill? What's in this pill? I don't want to take it. I want to be able to breastfeed my baby, and even if I can breastfeed while I'm on the pill, I don't want it to get through to him. I was not game for it. So he said, why don't you do counseling? Make a counseling appointment. So I did. I found an awesome psychologist, and I've been going to her. I've had 2 appointments, and it's been amazing, and she has helped me so much. So that's first what I did. And then I went to we have this really cool, all natural, all organic little shop for babies and mommies and pregnancy, and it's just really awesome. They have reusable diapers, which we use. They have, they're all for breastfeeding. Just my kind of place. I found this. It's Don't Be Blue Postpartum Support. And a midwife in town where I live makes this. But they also have something like this at Whole Foods that you put in a drink. I could just not stomach the taste of that, so I took it back to Whole Foods. Found this. This is a lot easier, and you just put as many drops as you need under your tongue, and it's super, it doesn't taste bad, it tastes like honey to me. So this is really nice. It says it promotes hormonal balance in the postpartum period. So the symptoms that I was having while I was suffering through postpartum depression, which I still am, but it's getting so much better, I was having really negative thoughts, and I know in some severe cases you could want to hurt your baby or have thoughts of wanting to hurt your baby. I never wanted to hurt my baby. I just had thoughts of like, what if I just knocked his head on the wall on accident? And then I just kept thinking, though I couldn't get it out of my mind, that I could accidentally hurt my baby. And it just would consume me, and every thought of like, well, am I going to want to hurt my baby? Am I going to want to do this? It just consumed me all day long, thinking negative thoughts like that and just worrying, am I doing the right thing? Am I being a good enough mom? It's definitely something that I needed to get help, and I'm glad I went to my doctor. I'm glad I'm in counseling, and I'm glad I found these. So a couple of things that I did myself to help myself is I got ready every day. For the first month, you don't get ready every day, and don't plan on getting ready every day because you're just trying to catch up on sleep. The first month is so ridiculous on not sleeping, and you're just not you or anything, so you can just count that first month out. After Foster started sleeping a little bit through the night and I was getting more sleep, I started getting ready every day. I did my hair and my makeup, and I showered, and I got dressed. Even if it was in sweats, I wanted to look nicer. Even if I just put mascara and powder on, I wanted to look nicer. If I just brushed my hair or braided it, whatever. I decided I was going to start looking presentable and not going out looking like a mess. And that helped me. I started feeling better that way. I decided I'm going to get out and do things. We're not just going to stay home all day. After a certain point, you know, once you have your baby, you are home for a long time. Like for the first month, you basically don't go anywhere. We didn't. And I mean, it was cold outside, so it kind of depends on the weather and what your doctor says when you can take out the baby. It was cold outside for us, so we didn't want to go outside too much because it was cold, and he was so tiny, he only fit in preemie outfits, and we just had nothing to put him in, so we just kept him inside and warm. But after, you know, he's a little more durable, he can handle a little bit more, and the weather was getting nicer, I decided we're going to go out. We're going to go on walks. We're going to go out. We're going to go to the grocery shopping. We're going to do things that we can do. So, and one of those things was walking. Walking is amazing. It releases endorphins and it helps you naturally feel better. So that's another thing that I did. And working out, I haven't worked out a ton. I do a couple workouts a week. I like to do yoga or just my own little thing, and walking, definitely walking is such a big thing that helps me feel better. It clears my mind. And then another thing is make time for you and your husband or your significant other or whatever, or if you're a single mom, make time just for you. So my husband and I have not been doing this as much, but we started going out on little dates. They weren't very long because I'm breastfeeding. We would leave the baby with my mom. Leave your baby with someone you trust so you're not freaking out the whole time on your date. And we would go out on a little date. Makes you feel a heck of a lot better. And when you come back to your baby, you feel refreshed and like you can be a better mom or a better parent. I really noticed those helped me. Just little short outings away from him really helped me to feel better. And it's hard to admit that you have postpartum depression in the first place. It's hard to admit that you need time away from your baby. But once you come to a good place where you feel like, I can admit these things, I want to get help, or I know if I'm away from my baby for a couple hours, I'm going to be a better mommy when I come back and just refreshed. This is just what I did for postpartum depression. And if I could help you guys out in some way or any way, if you need to be on antidepressants, do it. If that's what you need to do. For me, that was not what I needed to do. So if I could help you guys out in any way, I hope this video does help. But like I said, use the stuff that I did at your own discretion and talk to your doctor. That's the first thing you should do, is talk to your doctor if you are suffering from postpartum depression or you think you are. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you guys out in some way. Bye guys.